Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sun. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from the profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything. Vic's still looking like a restless king.
Hey, shout out to my man Francisco for that jam. For those of you guys who aren't in the room, he actually made this song for me. Couldn't be happier. It's awesome. So just real quick while I'm getting prepared, let me throw this on. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Ready to stop guessing and start growing as a trader? Welcome to Vici Trading Solutions, a community built by real traders for serious learners. We don't just post trades, we teach the why behind every move. With a full education section and daily breakdowns, you'll start seeing the market like a pro. You won't be trading alone. Inside the Vici Discord, you're surrounded by committed traders, from futures pros to rising crypto specialists, all learning and winning together. Gain first access to our exclusive indicators, powerful tools used daily by hundreds across TradingView and beyond. These aren't gimmicks, they're built to sharpen your edge. Each morning, our founder posts a full trading plan for the S&P 500 or NASDAQ and calls out the levels he's watching live. No fluff, just clarity. Education, tools, community. Whether you trade futures, stock, or crypto, Vici gives you the foundation and firepower to grow. Join Vici, trade smarter, conquer the markets.
All right, so we're back. Welcome. Man, what a crazy day today. It was started out today with a little decent relative volume, and then we ended towards the day with negative 30%. So just an unbelievable day. We had a phenomenal day. The trade plan was tits up. Once again, pardon me, ladies, the trade plan was excellent. It was amazing. And, I feel like we say that a lot, but it really is good. I mean, they're really that good. So I hate to be all geeked up about it, but I took one of my first shorts today in a long time, and it worked out so good. And we're going to go over that because I actually really enjoy shorting. And, we're trading the indices. You don't short this damn thing, right? We're constantly getting long. So I finally had an opportunity to short, and we're going to get into that real soon. I'm pretty excited about this day, and everybody in the room did really good. I'm just so proud of our team. Team Vici's amazing. If you guys are not in the Discord, please hit me up. If you're a Substack subscriber, hit me up, shoot me a DM. Let's get you in there. It is phenomenal. We're in there doing our thing. We're killing it, and we're going to go over. I got some stats for people today. And so, yeah. So, all right. So let's do this first. If you are not currently following me, please do. Hang on. What did I do? No, what did I do? There you go. If you're not currently following me, please do. Ryan Bailey Edge across YouTube, Twitter, and now TradingView, and also Substack. And so I do a trade plan on Tuesday through Friday. And we also do one on Sunday, which is the flagship. It's a video recording that you can catch on all these social media channels. So definitely check it out. If you guys don't know, in this post, when this is over, unless you're watching YouTube, it's in there right now. You can click, if you haven't subscribed to it yet, I have a 30-day free link down below. All you got to do is click on the landing page, put your email in there. I'll get you signed up. You get 30 days free. I mean, crazy not to. Let me tell you, crazy not to. Crazy not to. These trade plans are epic. I'm really happy about it. And it's insane because, I was talking with somebody earlier and I just, I love seeing the guys win because it's an ego thing. But, my direction and guidance directly relates to these people making money, and it's fabulous. And so the shit gets me pumped up. It's about way more than just me at this point. I like to see you guys win because it makes me feel good. I'm giving you guys good advice, good stuff. So sign up for the trade plans. Let's get it on. Let's do it. We've got a few things to talk about today. We're going to talk about the trade plan, obviously. I actually have a little Christmas. I'm feeling like a little Christmas spirity today as well. We're coming in the end of the year. We had a Black Friday sale that went really good for the course, which I was really happy about. Turned out much better than I anticipated. And so now I'm thinking about doing something for the trade plans. So for those people who are looking to take the plunge and convert from either the free trial or from free period over into paid. So I think what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start it out with at least just this week. I might run it through the end of the year. If you sign up for the trade plans right now, it's $50 a month, $49. I will BOGO that. Okay, so you sign up for the first month, it's going to be $50. I will add an extra month on there for you. So it's buy one, get one. You get 2 months for $50, which is $25 a month. It's stupid steal. I mean, honestly, I'm giving these things away that I should be charging way more. I was looking at other people charge, and I am well underneath. But regardless, that's not why I'm here. So I'm having fun. I'm doing the trade plans for myself, and I love seeing everybody do their thing. So if you're looking to sign up into paid and get these every morning, do it now. I will see when you sign up, and I will comp you. Shoot me a DM. We'll chitty chat a little bit. Let's get in the Discord. Discord's what's up. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Wow. I mean, what a day today. I'm so excited this short played out. It gets me super geeked. So here we go. All right. So let's check it out here. So to start the day, this was how we started. Oop, man, I just keep doing that over and over again. All right. So starting the day, this was our title, right? So we had balance before FOMC, the 68.72 wall. It just so happened that was the high of the day, people. Just so happened. And yes, it was in the title. So technically yesterday, and we talked about this when I did the stream, pulled this up for everybody just to kind of show the difference between NQ and ES. And I wanted to show you, what I was looking at. And the 4-hour time frame had lost support yesterday. And for me, the 4-hour time frame and the daily are everything for me. I could really care less about the 1 hour. That's my execution chart, believe it or not. And so, for me, I was very shocked yesterday, or not shocked, but, so listen, we've been moving up for a long time, right? We've had 350 points of straight up. We've been digesting sideways for 2 weeks or a week and a half now. And yesterday on that move down, they lost support. I was anticipating more up, and then they lost the 4-hour support. And so they immediately told me, hey, listen, we got some cracks. We got some weakness in this is showing. So technical weakness is possible. We could continue to push lower, right? The 4-hour loss gives a small downside lean. And, this morning, as pre-market, we sold off super nice. And then they bought the shit out of it, right? They squeezed it super hard. And I was like, well, I guess I was right on the downside lean initially, but ultimately it ended up playing out just like we thought, right? So that was another thing that I pointed out ever since Sunday. And I pointed out again yesterday, pointed out in the trade plan this morning, we have had very little support to play for longs. With these crazy moves that we've had lately, they have wiped everything. So we just haven't had anything to grip onto as far as buying is concerned. You guys know I like the daily and the 4-hour levels because I like these high probability big moves. I'm not in it for 5 points. I'm in it for 40 points, right? 20 at least. That's what I want. Actually, 10. I don't get in a trade unless I can make 10. I'm really after 20, and I prefer 40, 50 points. And with that, because I take the big trades, the big levels, right? And so being as we were looking at the larger time frame, we did not have very much support to play for long. So I was basically telling people, listen, be extremely patient and wait for a sweep of a level so they grab liquidity, or a touch of resistance, right? Touch of resistance. I never talk about shorts. Now I'm like, touch of resistance, guys, and confirm from and a confirmation from the actionable trade plan. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what that was today. And then, you guys know how to use these, or at least people that have been trading with me for long enough now that have been getting the plans. I basically give you the level and then tell you where you should be looking for follow through. If you haven't got in the trade yet, X marks the spot, right? And so just to keep an eye on the downside lean with the loss on the 4 hour. So keep that in mind. All right. So first things first, before we get all crazy, I do want to show a couple things real fast. So here we go. So every morning I put out pretty little pictures because everybody likes pictures. I like pictures. You like pictures? I like pictures. All right. So this is how I do it here. So I always give everybody a 4 hour and a 1 hour chart. I always draw, highlight the things that are important and significant here. This was our 72 previous weekly value area high, a massive call wall, right? And I obviously have my arrows here, and just to kind of show everybody, if we get above this, below this, that's how it works. Now, keep in mind, these go hand in hand with the trade plan. Okay. So really what I'm doing is showing you kind of the 72 area that we're spotting. And then of course, then the 1 hour is a lot more granular. You can see I had the above or below on 72 because for me, it was the wall. Not only did I have a call wall, it was an untested daily, it was a monthly, we had the weekly value area high there, just a lot of reasons to assume that this could get smacked. And it did, right? And so across the way here, you can see we circled all this stuff once again. And obviously we were looking for a little lower if we continue to push underneath that, right? So that's how we start that. Now, for those of you guys who get the plans or don't get the plans or will soon get the plans with the free 30 days, this is our options level matrix. So I had Rob on here last week or so, and Rob actually created this. He's my partner in the room. He's the genius. He's the math guy. I'm just the pretty face that knows how to hit a button when we get to a line that I like. So this is actually what I put out every single morning to kind of show you guys the levels that I'm eyeing. Okay, as far as from an options perspective, and we measure the open interest and we measure the GEX and gamma exposure. Okay, and so what we've really tried to do with these levels is reduce noise. I don't know if you guys have ever signed up for option services or anything, but some of these services, they give you 20 freaking lines on your chart. It's like, how do you know which ones are important? Some days this one plays better, and some days, and they're always named something different, right? And some days this one plays awesome, and some days this one plays awesome. It's like, well, what's the important stuff here, right? So we just basically retooled our own. Rob basically figured out exactly how to determine what was important. And then we came down with these 3 levels for call walls, these 3 levels for put walls, and the pivot that we need to watch for above or below. Okay. And as you can see, 72 was a big major call wall. This green is the call side. We had a significant amount of calls for open interest at 72. And so obviously this lined up perfectly to the tick with our daily monthly level. So, we had our eyes on that for sure. All right. So that's that. Now we're going to get into the charts real soon, but this is the next thing we should talk about because you guys know I'm a VIX whore. I love VIX, right? So we started this, we started elevated again. So yesterday our big significant pivot that we've been watching for above or below is the 1573. Just being above it should have your antennas raised because we've talked about so many times how important this $15 handle is. And now we're not only in the $15 handle or the $16 handle, we are approaching the $17 handle. So this is working out exactly as we talked about. I was telling you guys, every time we're in the $15 handle, we get a pop. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but it will push the indices down. And that's exactly what's happening. So our first area of resistance, as you can see, is the 1721 tested daily. This is a big above or below for us. And as we were starting the day, we were right here. We were chilling right here. And of course, I'm kind of giving everybody the cue. Hey guys, listen, we're starting to test resistance. And this is, even though it was tested, it's a big area for us to pay attention. to get above or below. Either way, this is a big deal. Okay, so we're going to monitor this level for tomorrow, but this actually got a beautiful smack at the open. You could see this was the open, pushed it down really nice. And that is where we got our pump this morning when the VIX decided to smack off of this daily level. So it was a beautiful confluence ordeal there where we had the pullback of the VIX from our daily and a push up in the indices. But as you know, we end up coming down today. So let's talk about that. All right. So I got to get this stuff out of the way so you guys know how to put the pieces of the puzzle together, because I'm looking at this stuff all day long and I'm reporting back to people in the room. I have my own channels. And so, the guys can talk and chit chat, guys and girls, excuse me, they can talk and chit chat, and then they can just kind of poke in and check out what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, because I'm always, I pay for live data for everything and keeping everybody abreast of what's cooking. And I follow the trade plans, you guys. The trade plans are my plans. I'm sharing them. So of course I'm trading them. And we've talked about this before. If there's a level and it says it's untested, I'm taking it. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if you're looking at my trade plan, you go, oh, I wonder if Ryan took that. You're damn skippy. He took it. Whether it's right or wrong, I took it because it's my plan, right? So let's go ahead and just get into the trades of the day, which I only had one. I only took one. Actually, that's not true. I took more than one. But the one that counted we'll talk about. So I had to dig myself out of a hole on the way up because I was a little bearish this morning. I'm not going to bullshit. I was short out the gate this morning and they got me a little bit. They got me, right? But that's okay because we made up for it, which we're going to talk about right now. Okay. So let's see what we got. Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? I like this one. Okay. Actually, which one do I want to start with? Oh my God, that's fine. Let's just do this one. All right, let's do this one. All right, so check this out. So the name of the trade plan today, right? The 6872 wall, right? Resistance wall and the fragile support. Right. Well, I think we clearly saw what happened here, right? So for me, we came all the way down this morning. We didn't make a new low. NQ actually swept yesterday's low, which made perfect sense for me why they grabbed liquidity and pumped. ES did not do that. They held the low and they came up here and we actually grabbed the 72, which was the call wall, previous weekly value area high, daily, monthly, all that, monthly value area high, and we just melted all day long. I mean, you didn't even have to read the trade plan today to get the best trade in the plan. And so that was pretty cool. I was really excited about that, obviously, because I took the trade, right? So, and it actually worked out, taking a short, which is fucking spectacular because usually every time I get short, they make me pay for it. So that's the funny part. So here we go. So this is the daily chart, guys, right? So, and I want you guys to know something. Please understand this. I mean, this is really important for you to get. I work super hard on these trade plans. I don't think you guys realize how hard I work on this, right? So I spend an hour and 15 minutes every single morning getting this trade plan out. This is not like some bullshit, right? And the main reason is because one, I'm trading this plan. Number two, I know you guys are trading this plan and I don't want to cost money and you guys talk shit about me. So the worst thing I want is a bad reputation. And so I work really, really hard to make sure that these things are on point. And when I'm going to show you this, I mean, this is like, I study these charts, like I live and breathe these things. So please know that I put a lot of work into these. And, these are levels that I lean on hard. I mean, this is my career, right? And so I take these trades, right? And I just want to show you this. So here you go. So this is the daily level from 72 that played out perfect here. We had the call wall, like I said, all this other good stuff. And the idea right here, this is the actionable setup for the day. If this level is going to play, you want to see it lose the current overnight high at 69 for a push lower. Well, just so you know, I cut this off. You can't see it, but this blue line is the overnight high. Okay. So we actually pushed in, touched the 72, and we lost the call and we moved below the overnight high, just like anticipated. And as you'll see right here is when I took the picture, and this is actually where I got flat. Even though I thought I could come a lot lower, today was just weird. I don't know if you guys were looking at NQ, but NQ doesn't look anything like ES, which I'm going to show you soon. It was just very strange because we got NQ traders in the room. I was looking at NQ because I was looking for some trades. Actually, I came out of the gate short NQ. And it worked out great for a while. And so, I'm watching both of these things, and it is what it is. So this was a fantastic daily smack here, right off all this goods. And we were more than likely come lower just to, put it out there. So that was the basic call of the day. Now, there wasn't much to buy after this. I mean, we had this level down here at 50 that was midday, but, just to kind of get into it, we'll talk about that later because it wasn't in the trade plan. I had nothing interesting to buy in the trade plan. You guys know I've been talking about for a while. The support's super thin. And at this point, I need them to make some sort of leg before I can get excited. And now that we've lost on the 4 hour, that is not exciting. So we could certainly come down a lot more. All right. So let's just talk about, first off, let me show you this. So talking about the difference between NQ and ES, this was mid-afternoon. Right. And so I was short this 6:55 in the morning, came down, took some profits at 6:14, ended up coming back up, whatever. But, as you can see, this is mid-afternoon. We tapped this 7:30 daily 4 hour area. They only pulled back about 25 points. Yet ES has already come down 15 points. Normally the NQ is, if we can move 15 points in ES, NQ is already 50, 60, 70 points into the move, and it just didn't move. It was wild. So there was a huge discrepancy between these two, which is really one of the main reasons. And I normally don't give a shit what NQ is doing, but today I was looking at it, I just couldn't figure out, like, why? I mean, VIX was already smacking, right? And so I'm like, okay, I'm getting short, but I got short off a technical off my process. It had nothing to do with VIX, had nothing to do with NQ. I had untested daily and, whatever. And we lost in the 4 hours. So I'm short, right? And it worked out, as you can see. But the thing was, I was a little sketched out because I'm like, why is NQ not coming down? And even at the end of the day, I'll show you, it still looks significantly different, right? We ended up sweeping not only the overnight high, but also the overnight low as well. And look at the difference in NQ. NQ barely came down, right? NQ came down, 50, 60 points from the highs, and ES ended up coming down, 30 points, right? So just an insane difference of a day today. Tech was clearly extremely strong, and whatever in the indices in the ES was clearly pulling this thing down. So let's just go ahead and get into this just so you guys know. As usual, I lead the team. I let everybody know, we don't always take the same trades. But, I try to let everybody know what I'm doing because it's important for me anyways, for these guys to know exactly what I'm looking at here. So I'm trying to find my fills, my short. Can this be it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. All right. So this was today. This was where did that go? There it is. All right. So this was this afternoon, 11:22. You can see we just buttered up into this thing here. And, of course, it's in the plan. So I'm telling everybody, man, I'm short, small stop. Literally had a 6-tick stop on this, guys, 1.5. I mean, it was the risk to reward was crazy, right? And so, I was looking for follow through below the overnight high. Sounds like our trade plan, right? Sounds just like the trade plan, right? And again, I'm like, I have to try, but I hate shorting this market. Again, I don't tell just you guys, I tell everybody. I mean, this market, zoom out, this thing goes up, right? So shorts are short-lived, and they make your account short-lived too. So I hate it. So anyways, especially with VIX dying, I'm willing to stop out here. So check this out. You can see how my stop was right above the highs here a little bit. I usually give it about 4 to 6 ticks just in case they want to sweep the high. And thank God I did, because they actually did. And they missed me by 2 ticks on my stop. And I was trying to get all the way down to VWAP, guys. And by the time, look how many times, look at this. This was like early in the trade, right? This is how many times they retested. I took some profits here. They came back up. I added again. There they missed my stop. They came down. I took some profits here. They came back up, retested. I added again. They came down, and finally I'm like, okay, I'm fucked. They're totally going to stop me. And just because at this point, I'm just like, whatever, like, go ahead and stop me. My risk is so small. I added again at 72. I had 7 cars on up here at one point, and we ended up scaling out. And, I ended up actually getting flat here around 58, I think. No, actually, I didn't hold it. I think I got flat around 62. So I only pulled like 10 points, which was really unfortunate. But what's crazy is this whole move, even down to my main target, was only 20 points. The day was very strange. It's very small range, very strange. So, kind of wild. But I will show you guys this, as this was important for you to see as well. And this came in after the fact, right? So I'm telling everybody, hey, listen, I had a few times up here. If this slams, we got something going, right? So at this point, I got 4 left or whatever. I don't even remember what happened. But, T1, let's see if we can get T2. And the first thing that kind of raised a red flag from you guys, big red flag, as far as do I think we can come down lower, was we have to come, can we come back to the open and clean up this buying tail? Look at this buying tail that was essentially created when they moved up this morning. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. This was created on the push up this morning. This was all A and B period all the way up, right? And so they left this big market inefficiency, which I was clearly zoned in on. This is what gave me the idea that, we could make that happen. And then, of course, come mid-afternoon at almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, guys, I think this thing can make new lows, right? And it actually did, but I think it goes even lower. I think we make new lows on yesterday eventually. Today, all we did was sweep the overnight low, which was fine. But, just one of them things where you kind of got an eye for it. And these are the things that stick out to me. So big benefits of being in the room, kind of get my feels in my eyes and second set of eyes, which is nice. So again, perks, benefits, whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. So that was a super awesome ordeal today. Very happy about that. And then I guess here, I think that's all the clips I got except for this bad boy here. So we had a great day today. It was a small range. And so everybody did their thing. Actually, there's quite a few people whose picture I didn't get. They posted it in the channel. Like even Mark, he put up some good money today. He's a new guy. He's always putting up money. Big or small, doesn't matter. He's very consistent. And so we had a very solid day today. Everybody's kind of doing their thing in the room, which is awesome. And it makes me feel so good to know that these guys are just scoring and banking, especially not only are they in the room, they're part of Team Beachy. And of course, hey, kind of leading the direction, right? Leading the way. So very excited about that. If you guys want to be a part of this, like I said, I'm feeling very Santa Clausy, very Christmassy. If you sign up for the trade plans, if you've never signed up before, check out the link. You can get 30 days free. If you are already on the free trial, or you've already done the free trial, if you want to convert to paid, now is the time. I don't know if I'm going to run it through this week or all the way through the end of the year, but if you sign up now, I'll give you a free month, right? So it's a BOGO. Pay $50, get 2 months for $50. So $25 a month. Literally cannot beat it. So just check it out. These trade plans are money. So with that being said, that's ES, okay? And we can talk about ES and what's going to happen, but we're running short on time. And one of the things that I really want to talk about is a stock that I've been pushing this stock for a while, and that is orcl. We have got quite a few people in my room that are long this, and tomorrow is earnings. And not only earnings, but it's also FOMC. And I'm trying to close my eyes and stop thinking about all that stuff because, in all actuality, this market structure is perfect, right? And so I love everything about it. And it really looks like it's set to launch. But we are at such a pivotal spot right now. So I wanted to talk about this because I've been looking on Twitter. It's so funny because I've been talking about this for 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks. We got long. We've been talking about this 184, 185 spot. I started getting long around 200 because I actually was late. I missed the signal, whatever. I don't remember what happened, but I get to coming through here, and I think I was buying at 196 into 200. Bought this whole area up. Okay. So, the question is can it go higher? Well, I think so. Analysts are trying to say this things like they're downgrading this or whatever to $347, right? It's new all-time highs. Great. Fucking give it to me. Right. So, we have a huge area of resistance right here, 222. Now I see all these guys on Twitter talking about, orcl, it's going to go, right? It's like, where were you 2 weeks ago? Where were you? Check the Substack. We did a post on it. I've been talking about in the room, been talking about on here, right? So my thing is now it's, I don't know if it's too late to get in now because, it's still another $100+, but God, we are in a spot right now where I'm like, should I be taking some money? I don't even know, right? And so I mean, I'm going to leave it because I got, because I'm already deep in the money on it. But God, I mean, people are asking, what should we do? Listen, let's let this bitch ride. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking, right? If you want to take profits, this was the spot to take profits. We have this massive monthly, weekly to the high. The monthly is tested, but the weekly is not. Okay. Which leaves me a little concerned. However, this is the thing. This right here is my signature setup. One of my signature trades. I teach this in the course. All the guys in the room who are course holders, they know this trade. This is a banger trade. And more than likely, we'll create new all-time highs, at some point. Now, this is a very high time frame trade, right? I'm basically trading the monthly and the weekly. And so you have to let these things develop and play out. We're already 2.5 weeks into this trade. What we really need to see the weekly do is close above this 22.22, okay? And once they do that, I will be feeling real comfortable for another push higher up in the 246, 253, which is truly our first profit taking area. However, I'm just got such a good buy on this that I don't even know if I want to take any profits for some time, but forget about me, whatever. So here's the thing. So right now we have this massive monthly, weekly area. Okay. And for me, I would normally be taking lots of money in here, but if it wasn't for this setup, this was the daily high lost. We clearly played it. We pulled back and they can't kill it. This thing is still marching higher slowly. And this is the 4-hour time frame as we're continuing to cruise higher. And so, we just need to punch through this 225 area, and then we are clear to go up in here into 246. Now, I was looking at the options volatility pricing for Oracle. They are pricing in a $26 move, right? And so that puts us basically at 250, which makes perfect sense. Now, when I say a $26 move, we don't know if that's up or down. It could be down. If it's down, it's really bad. But if it's up, then we're feeling good, right? Life is good. So that's what's cooking here, guys. I mean, right now, life is good. On the stock side, it's good on the future side, but we are in a very pivotal area here for Oracle. We, between FOMC tomorrow, which, we can only assume that they're going to cut the quarter point like, they've basically priced in, and that Jerome's not going to say anything insane, provided he doesn't say that he thinks stocks are too expensive. I think we'll continue to, drift in the higher direction. And obviously another quarter point will help some of these companies, reduce their debt load. I don't know if you guys know about Oracle right now, but they are literally spending more money than they're making, and they make a lot of money. They're spending more money than they're making setting up data centers for AI. They had a huge contract with ChatGPT, OpenAI, $300 billion contract. But they need to set up the data centers for it. So even though they make like 1.5 billion a quarter or more, they're actually spending way more than that right now setting up these data centers. So if everything goes well, they are going to be one of the cornerstones in the AI infrastructure data center arena. But again, I mean, it all kind of hinges on that. So, this is an all-in bet here with OpenAI for them. And, for us, it looks pretty good from a technical perspective on the stock. Analysts like it. I like it. I think it looks great. And so that's what we're looking at here, guys. And so, as long as we pop this 225 spot tomorrow, we're off and running to the 246s. And I really think this thing can make all-time highs. I didn't even chart up in here very much. I can actually do it right now if we just want to know. I can see it already. Let's just look. Let's just look, just for the fun of it. Oh, those are weeklies. Weekly. Let's see. We got anything on the monthly? Way up higher. I think that's tested. Let's look. No, it's not tested. Okay. So there you go. So above 246, 253, we start to get into the 280s, 290 spot. That's going to be our big high lost up here. And again, if we come into here, then we'll probably pull back in the 240s, 220s areas and start to, find value. This thing came down really fast. And this is actually one of the things that caught my attention on it. This thing was down almost 50% from the highs. It is a dividend stock. They are a major player in the OpenAI or in the AI in the AI department right now. Excuse me, got a little tongue tied there. And so I think that this is going to be an awesome play. So anyways, I've talked you guys up enough about this, and I think that that's something that we're all going to be looking forward to tomorrow. There's a lot of guys in the room that are long this stock, so my fingers are crossed. This is going to work out good for all of us. At this point, I wish I would have bought more. Only reason I didn't buy any options is they were so expensive. And if it goes, it's even going to be more expensive. I mean, I was looking at some options. They all started about $1,000 to $1,800, and I was like, oh my God, I think I'd rather buy common shares, especially if this all goes wrong. But it is what it is. So long story short, we've talked ES, we've talked Oracle, we talked VIX, we talked the trade plans. I'm going to do a BOGO if you sign up right now. And if you want the free trial, sign up again in the link below. And tomorrow's going to be another beautiful day. So listen, FOMC is going to be crazy, right? I don't trade that shit. I suggest you don't trade that shit. What I recommend or what I do, I trade the morning, right? So I trade up until noon, see if I can catch a trade or two, and I get the heck out of Dodge. I suggest you do the same thing. Whatever is going to happen tomorrow, FOMC will happen, and we will catch the digestion of it the next day. So, again, we might be at all-time highs by then, but you never know. So what's up, Ricky? It's all good, buddy. Good to see you. So that's it. So, look forward to it. Seeing you tomorrow for trade plans in the morning, and same time, same channel. We'll do the whole number again, going over everything at 5 p.m. Eastern. So I will see you guys there or see you here, and have a great evening. Cheers and have a wonderful, wonderful night.